imagine if you could create this special place where you could try things and play with concepts without worry about getting too messy or off track.
Unlock possibilities by changing your mindset. You will expand what's possible for you, for the ones around you, for the world. You're moving into a land of both blind spots and learning, of things and ideas. You just crossed over into the mindset zone. Join your guide, Anna Melikian, founder of Solo Biz Academy, the director of education for Book Yourself Solid, and a PhD in psychology.
The show you are about to listen is backed by popular demand from the Mindset Zone archive vault. To get all new episodes, make sure you subscribe via your favorite podcast app and visit mindset.zone. Yes, instead of .com, it's .zone. There you can find the episode archive, show notes, and other amazing resources, including how to 4 times your success so you can work smarter, not harder, and learn how to leverage your talents to make a bigger impact while enjoying the process. All at mindset.zone. Hi, Anna Melikian here. And for many of you, I know that the last week's episode was very conceptual with no practical application. And I'm here to celebrate that because I think it is essential to have activities that don't seem to have a practical application. Or if you use the business language, sometimes it's important to have activities with no tangible return of investment, ROI, like we like to call it. And this is important. And we know this, for instance, for children. We know that children need to play to learn new skills and to develop themselves as people. Yet, as adults, we forget that we also need to keep playing in order to better ourselves. Or some of us at least forget that. And I can understand that, for instance, I have a 6-year-old daughter, and I really get the need to contain the areas where she plays. Because this way I keep some order in my house and myself some sanity. And one of the things that I love in our play area it's the invention of things like sandboxes. Because it's a place where we can let kids have fun, knowing that the mess is somewhat contained there. So when I learned that in software development, it's very common to use this term sandbox to describe a safe place to try new software, I thought to myself, what a brilliant use of this term sandbox. And why not to create something similar to use for our businesses and lives? So like the kids have their sandbox where they can be as messy as they want. And then we shake them out and their shoes is not to bring too much sand inside the house. Or like these environments that software development we can create when we are in software development, just to be sure that we can play with the concepts and without destroying the rest of the systems. Will not be nice to have a safe place where we can play with ideas. So imagine if you could create this special place where you could try things and play with concepts without worry about getting too messy or off track. For me, this podcast, Mindset Zone, is really my sandbox. Because here I play with concepts, I explore ideas, I even have the wonderful opportunity to invite special people, special guests that I can pick their brains around a certain topic. And I even have playmates, people like you who listen to this podcast, people who send me their comments and feedback. This way I know what resonates with my favorite peeps. So, playing in this Mindset Zone sandbox, I learn what concepts don't work, and I'm in the process of learning to let them go. I discover what mindset workouts work better and resonate more with people. I also play with ideas that I can use in live presentations or webinars. And I can develop my speaking material while playing in the podcasting. I love it. And I can start to articulate concepts that maybe one day they get organized and added in a book format. Who knows? But even if I don't materialize any of these ideas, even if everything stays with no tangible application, I still think the time and effort to do this podcast, it's totally worth it, because I'm enjoying the process. And I love to have this containment, this sandbox that gives me freedom to play. Like it. So my question for you is, do you have a sandbox for you? And maybe your sandbox can be for play at the professional level or to add some enjoyment to your personal life. It can be around a hobby or whatever allows you to create that safe space where you can just play for the fun of it. Why not? So today I'm going to leave this episode quite short, just to leave you time to ponder about this. And as always, you can go to the show notes and of this podcast episode by going to mindset.zone. So instead of .com is .zone /28. That is the number of this episode. Love to hear your comments about this and learn about your experiences. How are you playing with your sandboxes? And if you want a weekly mindset workout, make sure you are subscribed to this podcast via iTunes or Stitcher or any other your favorite podcast app. Or if it's easier for you, just listen to it directly from my website. Just go to mindset.zone /info, and you will have there a player where you can listen to all episodes of this podcast, and then click if you want more information and see the show notes. And to give you an extra incentive to visit my website, you can go to mindset.zone /free stuff. You will find there different resources, and you always can write me to Anna, A-N-A, at mindset.zone, telling me what you love to see there, as well as any comments about my podcast. I'm grateful that you crossed over into the mindset zone. Expand what's possible. For you, for the ones around you, for the world. Thank you for listening. And remember to visit mindset.zone. Yes, instead of .com is .zone. There you can find all the episodes and other amazing resources. As always, I'm so grateful that you have crossed over into the mindset zone. Expand what's possible for you, for the ones around you, for the world.